Hi, my name is Tammy Carpenter, and I'm here to talk to you today about who inspired me to be the person that I am. But first of all, I'd like you all to turn around and say hi to my professor.
Hi.
Who is the person that inspired me to be the person that I am today? That'd be my mother, Jerry Carpenter. She was born July 13th, 1926, and she grew up through the Great Depression. She was a wonderful, strong, loving, caring person who taught me a lot. We can all learn a lot from a person that raised 13 children. My dad was a long-distance truck driver, so he was gone most time, so it was up to my mother to pretty much raise us on her own. Plus, she worked a full-time job and a part-time job. Let me tell you a little bit about her. My mother was a very strong woman. She got up every morning very early to make all of us our breakfast and make lunches before she sent us off to school. After she sent us off to school, she would go to work, and she worked as a waitress on her feet all day long to help provide for the family. She'd come home in the evenings, she'd cook our dinner. After dinner and after everything was all cleaned up, she would sit down with us and help us with our homework and run it sometimes late into the night. She was always there for us. She also worked a nighttime job on the weekends because there was never enough money. We never had enough money for shoes or for clothes or for something. We always had to have something. My mother had raised 13 children, pretty much like I said, on her own, because my dad was seldom home. He wasn't there to help her, so she had to do it. She always put us ahead of herself. No matter what, she'd give up for herself and give to us, and never complained. I mean, she wanted to make sure we were well taken care of. My mother is the one that I would always go to if I had a problem and for advice. Often, she would just simply sit there and listen to me. If she thought I was right, she would support me 100%. If she thought I was wrong, she wouldn't think twice about telling me how to make it right. I also want to tell you some of her other qualifications. She was a caring, loving person. My mother always found time for what she considered all of her children, all of her kids. We used to bring home kids all the time to the house, and they all got where they knew my mother as Mom. My kids, our kids, they all learned to call my mother Grandma. My kids, the other kids, their friends, our friends' children, they all knew her as Ma or Grandma. My house was always filled with a lot of kids. She was always willing to help others. If a neighbor or a friend was sick, my mother was one of the first ones that was over there, always willing to lend a hand. She would make dinner for them, or she would bring their children over to our house and take care of them until they were well enough to take care of the children themselves. She was funny. My mother was very, very funny. She was always there, put a smile on your face, and somehow or another, she always knew when you needed it. She had other important qualities too. My mother was a teacher of life. She taught me family values. She taught me that family is everything. And even though we didn't have a lot of money, she taught us that as long as we were together, we were very rich. She taught me it was important to respect others and to love others, and especially me. She taught me to be myself. She taught me to be proud of myself. She taught me to stand tall, no matter what. She also taught me to bend over when necessary, bend down and help another and help pick them up. She also encouraged me to be proud of who I was, to be proud of what I've accomplished. As long as I did my best, that was all that really mattered. She taught me that no matter how hard things got, to never give up. Last, let me say my mother inspired me by her actions. She was a hard-working, she was loving, caring, and strong woman. She was a great teacher, a great mother, and even though she wasn't perfect, she was always there and never complained. My mother died in 1991, and at her funeral it was packed with friends, family, and those that loved her. I wonder often if she knew how many people she had actually touched. Thank you.